I want to talk a little bit about what I've been doing and what I've been seeing since I retired from the Army. After what I just told you about and what I saw in Iraq and as the Army chief, I knew that the impact of war was going to be with us for a long time. But it was really driven home to me in the summer after I retired. Out of nowhere, I got a call from a gentleman that lived near us in Boston, and he had been in Iraq with in Vietnam with my father, and he wanted to come down and chat. So I invited he and his wife down for coffee, and they come in and he starts talking, and about halfway through, I realized that I am part of his healing process. And he tells me that he was listening and reading some things about what the Army was doing to reduce the stigma of post-traumatic stress, of getting treatment for post-traumatic stress. And just 2 years before, he went and started his treatment, 40 years after he'd left Vietnam. When they were leaving, his wife hugged me harder than he did, and it was clear that she had been through a lot. I don't have to tell you about how important it is to take care of our veterans. But when I go around the country, I remind people that we've had an all-volunteer force for 40 years, and that doesn't happen by magic. And we need to send the right signal to future generations to ensure that we can sustain this all-volunteer force for the difficult times that we have facing us. And the right signal that we need to send them is that military service is valued and appreciated by the country. Now, I worked for the government for 41 years. A lot of you work for the government. I think we all should all agree that the government cannot do everything for our veterans. When I talk to groups of soldiers and Marines, they're all complaining about DOD this and the government that. I say, look, wait a minute. You were in the military, right? It was screwed up then, right? Yeah. You think we got better after you left? Come on. It's a huge bureaucracy. It does big things well sometimes. But the government will never deal with the individual challenges of the 22 million veterans that are out there. That will only happen with public-private partnerships like yours. And that's what it's going to take to get our men and women the care that they deserve. One of the things I try to do is stay connected with the veterans of Iraq and Afghanistan, and one of the ways I do that is through a program called Ride to Recovery. It's a group that uses cycling to help soldiers heal physically and mentally.